Yeah! Christmas special. Argentina. Send France back down there. What they call it, the Eiffel Tower?
Right
Bro,
now, it's not the Eiffel Tower for them right now. It's the awful tower.
the awful tower. I told man about Messi. I told my friend, a close guy, I'm not going to call his name, on Friday. The reason why Argentina and Messi in particular was going to win this World Cup was because of the parallels between Ronaldo and Messi in their whole career. And the fact that it was always Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo. It was always a debate in the barbershops. And I feel that Ronaldo kind of let himself down at the end. See? He let himself down at the end. Disgrace, arguing with manager, looking for the fame on Piers Morgan show. You messed up everything, bro.
You know what? That was it. The game itself, yeah?
Can I just say one thing?
Stop the thing in the background.
Bro, stop playing boxing in the background.
Right.
You're trying to mash up the thing.
I didn't even know. Shut up, man. Like, I've always studied, you know, until you're trying to teeth up my knowledge right now. But that's another story for another day. Tony is going to be the knowledge soon. The way this little shiny teeth brother is on this thing, he's on this thing, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's why you have to wear them big glasses to obtain all the knowledge that you're studying right now. But
Yes,
no, I'm just keeping this thing 100. I'm not a football man. All right?
Yes.
That game was a wicked game. That game was exciting on another level.
Messi clapped a penalty home in the 23rd minute, followed by, he clapped 2 goals. He clapped a penalty, and then he clapped one in extra time.
Yeah, but no, Messi scored the first goal.
Yeah. Mbappe scored the second and the third.
But let me tell you this though. You see that little Mbappe? 23, you know.
He ain't no little you. They need to check his passport.
Nah,
bro,
they
need to check his passport. He ain't 23. No way.
Mbappe is I've got to be real. He's bad. And he look like Oris, you know.
He's illegal. He's illegal. There's no way he's 23. Bro, his footwork, the speed at which he can dribble, the leg movement is incredible.
May I hasten to add this? A lot of you guys do not know, but Babatunde Ajayi, before entering into amateur boxing and professional boxing, was a bad boy baller. I'm telling you this now. You know what I mean? No. Tunde feels embarrassed, but I'm telling you now. As far as I'm concerned, Tunde was a better footballer than he was a boxer. Tunde was nuts. I remember when Tunde played, it was Nigeria. It was Nigeria versus the West Indies, yeah?
Yeah.
And it was a big game, you know. It was a big game. The whole street, right? The whole streets was talking about this. And that game was, I reckon that game was like 93 or 94.
About so many years ago.
Yeah, 93, 94. And every man on road turned up. That was at the Hernhill Stadium. Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't muck around with me, you know. I didn't even know 20 them times then. I just know, like, right, I don't know who this little shiny face
back to the real stuff. Back to the real
stuff.
No,
not back to the real stuff. Tunde scored a goal that man all today is talking about that goal.
Come on. Yeah, it was a great time. The Michael Ramsey
from halfway line.
Man on there knows the thing. Tunde used to play up front for Michael Ramsey, bro. You are definitely old school.
Yeah,
definitely old school.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm talking about Mbappe.
No, he's a bad man.
The World Cup belongs to Messi. I don't business because Messi, at this stage of his career, finally lifting the World Cup, capping off a fantastic career. And bro, he's going out as better than Ronaldo. I don't business.
You know, Ian Wright said exactly the same thing to him. Ian Wright was saying, you got to say that he is the best of his generation, right? And look, and like I'm saying, I mean, I ain't no football man, but what I am telling you is this: what I witnessed today was an incredible game. Me and my son sat down and watched it. It's bad that the World Cup's on now because my son weren't really into no sports like that. But since he started playing the FIFA on the PS, whatever it is, right? He started playing FIFA. He's like, yeah, and my son's very meticulous. He likes to know facts, figures, and everything. So he was like, yep, who's gonna win? He's telling me their stats. Da, 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 da. Boy, that game was an exciting game, and we
talk about mental pressure. And sorry, going back to the England squad. Here you have a man that's clapped on 3 penalties on the biggest stage, the biggest occasion, the biggest moment.
Did you see how we scored the goals, Tony? The youth was effortless, no fear, you know.
No.
I'm telling you. Listen, that Mbappe is a bad man.
The mindset is different. The mindset is different. But anyway, congratulations to Argentina, 2022 World Cup winners. Fantastic way to round off the year. Congratulations to Messi, all the up-and-coming young ballers. And we got to say that Mbappe is a potential future GOAT.
Yeah.
So young, mental strength for days, and I'm looking forward to seeing how his career unfolds. But we have a fantastic show ahead of us this evening, Spence. Could be the last one because next Sunday is Christmas Day, and I don't know. And that if we do a show Christmas Day, that will definitely be my last show up until.
Yeah, Tundi is in camp. You know what I mean? In camp. Next time you see. Okay, look at that. John Kahn saying that Messi is autistic, apparently. And
autistic just means you're blessed. You can't trick me with that.
Right.
The reason why autism is a blessing is because autistic people have the ability to see what others can't.
Okay.
In a different perception. And that, my friend, is not a disability. That is a blessing.
It's a superpower.
1 million percent.
I mean, it's a superpower. I would say, like, next time after, hopefully, maybe we could do, you never know, we might surprise you guys. Leo, big up us, sis. You never know, we might do something on Christmas Day. You never know.
Yeah. Because Christmas Day is dry.
If we can, I mean, because I know, like, we don't eat turkey in this household. That little dry, ugly bud. I know. I want to understand where the concept come from eating turkey. Turkey is an ugly-looking bird, bro.
I don't know about all of that. It's all food in, food out to me.
Yeah, I know because you're too used to eating bushmeat.
Man said we don't yum turkey. Why? I want to know why.
Yeah, daily hustle motivation. Yes, Superman spent. Yeah, because I'm actually diagnosed with autism. So yeah, but yeah, that's right. That's right, Luke. We don't eat that. Listen, end of the day, I'll eat.
Gizzard. Yeah, gizzard, Baba. That thing's nasty. Old type my mastery. Good evening, blessing to you, sweetie. Yeah. Anyway, Spence. We have got a fantastic show. That's enough football for one show, although we may touch on it again. It's an end of year roundup, and it has been quite an incredible year, quite a fantastic year, quite a momentous year for a lot of individuals, for the sport in general, especially after having such a bad, with the lockdown and everything, of fighters not being able to fight, and then, everything getting back on his feet. And we've seen some big upsets this year. In Bivol, Canelo stands out for me. Any for you?
Stand out for me. The Bivol beating Canelo wasn't really a standout. That wasn't a big shock to me, to tell you the honest truth. It wasn't, because I remember the week before, me and Tony was both on the phone saying, "Boy, I'm not too sure about this fight." So I'm not too sure. So that wasn't a big shock for me. Like like on a big shock of this year, I didn't really see, there was no massive shocks to me. What it was,
I'll tell you a great victory. Errol Spence versus Ugas. That stoppage to come back from Errol Spence, to come back with and stop Ugas, who's a premier fighter,
Good
was
fight.
a great victory.
Good fighter, right? That was impressive, right? From Errol Spence. That was very, very impressive.
Yes.
And also, like, the Amir Khan Kell Brook fight, yeah?
Big show.
It was a big fight because, I'm just going to be real, we didn't really know how that fight was going to go. We didn't know.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the US of A, the man that when he smiles, he lights up the whole room and he be talking that shit. Sorry, I'm not allowed to swear. But my man be talking about, I've done my research, fam. And this young man is a potential, he would already call himself a superstar because as you think, so it is. So I know he's already looking himself in that manner. And if all you need to do is go on YouTube and check out the interviews, this young man's a rising prospect in the light heavyweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Is it Pennsylvania? I don't even know. I'll just say that from the Rocky movies.
Pennsylvania it is.
Yes, sir. Young man, ATIF O'BERLTON, a fantastic young, it's not even a fantastic prospect. I've watched some of your fights on YouTube. Very, very impressive, my man. And it's a pleasure to have you here on the show. You know, this is a big, trust me, anyone who blesses this show, beautiful things happen for them in their career. And that's a fact.
No, if so.
Man, I can't wait. Thanks, man. This like the best introduction I ever had, man. It's better than any ring announcement or anything. You did your thing, man.
Yeah, man.
Atif, I've watched you like because it was George Hansen that is being on me hard, like my Jamaican brother, and he's like Spencer, please. There's a young man. You gotta see this young guy. He's a really good fighter, man. You gotta. I'm saying, yeah. I said, who? He said, no, you know, Atif. I said, of course I know the brother. He's got like a very unorthodox style, but he can punch.
Yeah. I see Atif going back to one of your fights. I was watching it this evening. You punched Macago in his belly so hard. He thought he got hit in his head. That's how hard you punch him in his belly. And it's just it's great for me as a trainer to see young guys with confidence, because I feel nowadays, you know, it's almost as though they don't want you to be yourself. Right. And it really does take a man with mental strength to be himself. And just tell us about yourself, where you come from, how you started. I've seen that Gervonta Davis is in the mix somewhere. Al Heyman, I don't know. Just tell us about yourself, brother.
Well, of course, I grew up on the rugged streets of Philadelphia. You know, I had both of my family always been there to support me. My family is my huge backing. I just got a super big love for the sport of boxing. I started at the age of 9. I got into a fist fight. What we call over here in America football is different from what you guys call football. But, you know, the guys was pushing me down and I was getting up and fighting. So they took me to the recreation center. I just went in there and then just started boxing, and I was in and out the gym, and I came back at 14. I never stopped since then. But a lot of people always ask me, like, why do you box? And I just feel like it's something bigger than me. I feel like it come from God. It come from the boxing guys before me. It's something they just bestowed on me, like, this is what you're supposed to do. And I feel like it's bigger than me. So I have no explanation on why I love it so much. So that's pretty much my background on that. The confidence comes from me having no other choice, because when you down in life, it's either you stay down or you get up. And sometimes you don't have nobody to pick you up, so you have to pick yourself up. Regardless of how you feeling, you might feel like the worst of the worst that day, but you have to feed yourself the right things to, you know, get mentally strong. And that's the things that I do in life. And, you know, life is never easy. It's always things we going through. So I still constantly always find ways to pick myself up. Whatever you're going through, you just got to fight it. And that's why boxing is life, I say.
What would you say that mindset, do you think that he was born with that? Does it come from, you know, because a lot of people always give credit to their parents, their mother, their father, or just the background? Would you say that It's your environment, or where did it come from? Where did this mindset come from?
Everything. I can say it comes from my parents too, but I would say that it comes from research of what's important to you. You see what I'm saying? It might be something that might be important to you, or everybody gets inspired. So I might hear somebody that inspires me. I might hear Mike Tyson say something, and at one point in time, it probably still is the baddest man on the planet. But I see how he carries himself, and I say, this is how you carry yourself if you want to be an outstanding champion or human being. And those are the things that you have to abide by, because it's like the law of attraction. It's real. You can attract bad things and you can attract good things. So I'm going to put as much good as I can out there. So that's just
Talking.
basically.
And you know what? I'm listening to you, brother. And you know what? The thing I love about this show, I'm not just bigging it up, but the thing about I love that show, you can look at someone and you paint a picture in your mind. Anyone who watches you box would not believe as a young man that you can articulate yourself in such a clear, precise manner. And I also want to big you up for that, brother, because we need brothers like you, young brothers like you, to show people that they can be themselves, but there's a different side to them, which is very, very positive. So keep that up. I tell you that for start. First, let me just big up. Thank you, Pound. Thank you for the £20, Paul L Finance.
Big up,
He
Paul.
says, let's put that up, Spence.
Yep.
He says,
Merry Christmas, my brothers. Spencer, the Wikipedia of boxing, Tundi, the master technician and strategist. God bless you both. And may 2023 bring you all the good fortune and much success. Yard beats Batervian.
You better believe that.
You better believe that, my friend.
You better believe that. But
Thank you very much for that.
let's not take the shine off of.
Yeah, no way. Atif, where do you get your boxing style from? Because it's a very, very unusual style.
I don't know, man. It's derived from so many things. As a champion and hearing other champions talk, I learned that you take and you derive things from everything. Like I said, once again, it goes into what inspires you. And I see certain fighters fight that inspire me, whether it be Pernell Whitaker, that's where the flashiness come from. James Toney, that's where the mean, aggressive, make you miss but still be a front of you, and I'll fight anybody in the world mindset comes from. To Emmanuel Gus is up in the air, and I'm going to dance, and I'm going to show off and hit you with flashy combinations and do what I do. It just comes from so many guys, to the Sugar Ray Robinson, to Joe Louis, to the pinpoint accuracy of how to turn the punch over the right way. It's like I do my studying, and I study a lot of guys. And not only do I study fight styles, but I study the mindset. And one thing that I believe in is like, you consume what's good for you, and what was bad for you, you throw it out. So it's a thing of you chew up the meat and you spit out the bones. If I see a fighter doing anything and I feel as though it could work for me, I'm going to take it and I'm going to work on it and try to put it into my style and home it into my own. So you can never look at me and say, oh, I fight just like this person, because if you pay attention, like you said, it's such a unique style. So I grabbed a bunch of spectacular things from everybody that came before me or whatever inspired me. It could be a very new beginner, and he could have been in a mirror shadow boxing, but he mastered his jab a certain way, or he might throw his jab a certain way, and I say, whoa, I like that. That's different. You can learn from anybody, and the thing is, also what my style is, I would say, is being open-minded. So I'm just a student of the game. Like, I'm willing to learn if it's worth learning.
You've got a really good trainer behind you, right? Is your trainer with you now?
No, she's not with me.
Yeah, because you got a female trainer like Coach Sharon, yeah?
Yeah.
Hold on. Who says she's not here?
Oh, that surprised me, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you. You know we're just dropping surprises.
Wow.
On this show, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you one of the renowned female coaches. And nowadays I don't even like saying female coach, because it's just boxing. If you know boxing, you know boxing. And this young lady has done wonderful things with ATIF. Welcome to The Fight Is Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Miss
How
Miss
you guys
Baker.
doing?
Miss
Yes.
Baker, could you? I mean, we got a lot of love for you simply because I want to tell you this now. Uh, uh, George Henderson, the fight lawyer, he doesn't
Mm-hmm.
stop bigging you up. He was like, I said, "Oh, tell me a little bit about him. I knew bits about you," and he wrote me out a whole dossier on you and Teeth. Right? He wrote a whole dossier, and like I was there and I was watching a couple of videos of your training techniques, and he said like you are good stuff. Like, and I see the work that you're doing on the pads with Atif, and you know your onions. I know when people know. I know. I've studied a lot of boxing, so I know. Right?
Thank you.
You being a female in the game, right? Who were your teachers, and where did you come from to learn the stuff that you've learned?
My first coach, my coach, the late Sam Hickman, taught me. He taught me how to box, and he taught me the business of boxing, as well as he groomed me to be a coach. And after his passing, he asked me prior to his passing to carry the torch. And I had the opportunity to work with a few other great coaches, Bowie Fisher,
Amazing, rest in
who,
peace.
yes, and for the past for 15 years prior to his passing, Brother Nazim Richardson.
Can I just stop
So
you there 1 second, sis? Do you know how
yes,
close me and Nazim Richardson was very, very close. Tundi knows this. We were very, very close. That was my brother.
okay,
And I know simply because, like, when he passed away, you took over training many of these fighters. And that's why I
yes,
know, that's where I know you from.
okay, okay.
And
Yeah,
Spencer,
so
let me just briefly interrupt you because you don't keep the manager waiting like he's just some man in the gym corner. You don't keep the manager waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the manager, Mr. Lando Rosa. How you doing,
How are
sir?
you guys? What's going on?
Yes, sir.
You
Yeah, good
guys
to
know
have
how
you
to
on the
throw
show,
a
man.
party, huh?
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, it's a big family up here, man. And we're talking about the sport that we love, which is boxing. We've got the number one prospect in the light heavyweight division right now, Atif, really, really making waves in the sport. And we're happy to give him a platform, all of you a platform to speak, because this is the number one podcast in the UK.
Come
And
on.
great things happen to people that come on this show. I keep saying it.
Shout outs to the
Lando, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like I said, like you mentioned before, my name is Lando Rosa. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I also was under the late great Sam Hickman.
Okay. And we've lost him.
wow,
Tundi, he's using some Nigerian Wi-Fi, bro.
there he is.
Nah,
Okay.
He's there.
I'm here. And after that, after his passing, then Sharon Baker became my trainer. So we are one big happy family. I own Pivot Boxing Academy in Philadelphia, where we train and manage a lot of fighters. And a couple of years ago, Sharon and I decided to get back together and work together. Brought a couple of fighters over, and now we have ATIF O'BERLTON, like I said, number one light heavyweight prospect in the world right now, and we're expecting huge things for him. We're planning to stay busy and go after the world championship, regardless of who has it.
Okay. Atif is boxing on PBC shows at this present moment, right? How did you secure that deal, Mr. Rossa?
Well, that was a very, very easy or complicated deal. We honestly believe that PBC give our fighters the best opportunities out there. I mean, no, not throwing dirt on any other promotional companies but that's who we always wanted to be with. We knew that a fighter as special as Atif needed to be with a company, especially as PBC. We had a contact over a PBC. We had a personal friend by the name of Marshall Kaufman, who owns King's Promotion.
I know,
over
Mark.
in, Marshall. Marshall's been great to Pivot Boxing Management. From day one, he gave us our first start in this business, and he actually closed the bridge, and we reached out to PBC on a Tuesday, and by Friday we had a contract on the table. They were very interested, and they honestly believe on ATIF the same way we believe on ATIF. Because remember, I mean, we believe in this young man, and we are only interested in working with people that believe in this young man as much as we do.
Excellent. ATIF, let me just say, because I'm always like to share my journey. The people that you start with are always have to be the people that you finish with. If you want to be great, remember these two people that you're starting with. As time goes on, people come along, people start saying they can do this, they can do that. But if you study the great fighters as you do, what people fail to realize is that the people that you start with are your foundation. And you are never stronger than your foundation at any time. So as a young man, I'm just dropping that little knowledge on you because these people grow with you as time, and you become stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And from what I see from the people that's around you from the get-go, the future's bright. So just try to remember that, because everybody gets tested.
Trust me. ATIF, I want to know this from you, champ. Like, how many national championships did you win? Was it 2 national championships you won as an amateur?
No, I won several national championships. I won 2 national Golden Gloves. But
Okay.
Yeah, a lot.
And you was in the World Championships?
Yeah, I was in the World Championships.
So the pedigree's there. The pedigree's there. What's your training regime? What's your work ethic like? And what's your take on the whole sport of boxing right now?
My training regimen would be like waking up 4:30 in the morning. Some days, depending, I might do a little bit of light exercise in the gym before I go run, or I might.
Stop there. Nah, don't tell them your training regime. Don't tell them your training. Cause let me tell you something. I'm a trainer, so I'm always thinking like a trainer as well. You don't tell man your secrets. And if you do, just lie. Just lie.
I train every hour of the day for 24 hours.
Yeah. That's the one. Tell them you do 70 miles running every single day. That's how you do.
Yeah.
But,
in terms of your work ethic, who would you say inspired you, or who has inspired you?
My mom, seeing how hard she works. She always worked her whole life, very hard, and seeing the best athletes or the best fighters, or whether it be the best rapper in the world. I take and I watch the things they do, and one thing they all got in common is they take it very seriously, and the work ethic is there. You always hear about how Kobe Bryant was the first one in the gym and the last one in the gym. I feel like working hard is very important, because it goes back to the old saying, somebody with all the talent in the world can be beat if they don't work by somebody that has no talent but has the work ethic. So I believe when you have the work ethic and you have the talent, like, the sky is not the limit. It's much more past that. You can go out of space. You can do all the things you want.
Sharon, what's your take on this young man?
Man, he is what I call a coach's dream. Every coach dreams of having that athlete that you don't have to beg to get in the gym. You don't have to run behind him to make sure he runs. He's eating right. He's not out in the club. He's not hanging on the corner. He's a family man, and he's boxing and family. That's it. So it's great working with him. And he's like a sponge. He absorbs everything quickly. We don't have to do it 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 times. He usually gets it on the first or second try.
It's good. It's good. Spence?
Yeah. So, like, all the multiple fighters who you worked with in the past, Coach Sharon, like, what apart from his work ethic, yeah, I'm talking like technically, what breaks him out differently from the rest of the guys?
He's very technically sound. You know, he's sharp, and his IQ is there. So putting together a plan for a fight is very easy with him, and you don't have to constantly just go over the same thing all the time. He is really, like I said, he's a sponge. He picks it up so quickly. We can get through it and then make it second nature.
Okay. So, what do you think the future holds for this young man?
The, as he said, the sky is not the limit. He's going to be a world champ. He's going to be a unified champ.
Come on.
He's going to go down, in my opinion, he's going to go down as one of the greatest fighters in history.
Wow. ATIF, that's some serious pressure makes diamonds, as we know. But when you hear your coach, your manager's there, how does this make you feel? Because this is a big deal. This is a big deal. And some people, some people are just really echoing what's in their own mind. So how does it make you feel when you hear your trainer say that?
Like Lando touched on earlier before, it feels amazing to know that you have people surrounding you that believes exactly what you believe in. And I believe I'm going to be the greatest fighter ever, so it's like those things are, like I said before, the sky is not the limit. Those are the things that I'm shooting for, so it's like it comes no surprise to me, because like we said before, I put the energy out there. So to have people to feel it, the energy and feel how I feel, is a great feeling to have. So it's something that I always wanted in my life. A wise man told me, if you're going to do something, make sure you be the best at it, not number two. If you're going to be the best bum in the world, make sure you're the number one bum in the world. You see what I'm saying? So those are the things that I go by, and I put my heart into it and everything I got into this.
Okay.
So why would I do it to be second?
How did you get into boxing, brother? I don't know. How did you get into boxing?
Like I touched on before earlier, when I was younger, my Uncle Hawk, he used to knock people out a lot, but he had boxing gloves in his room at my grandmother's house. And I told my mom, like, I want to box. And she's like, nah. And then I went to a football team, and I tried out. I was a heavier set kid a little bit. So for our football here in America, not you guys football.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I was being pushed down, and I didn't know, and I was getting up and just letting my hands fly, fighting. And they like, you can't do that. You can't keep punching people in the face. And then they just took me down to the basement, the recreation center. And ever since then, I was in and out the gym. But once I finally came back at 14, because the time that I was out as a kid going in and out the gym, I realized this is really what I want to do with my life. Like, there's nothing else. And when I came back 14, I never looked back since. I've been in the gym ever since.
Thank you. Let me just say thank you to Dr. Gal, however you want to pronounce it. I'm pronouncing it like Sean Paul, Dr. Gal. Thank you for the £10. She says, shout out to ATIF, Tunde, and Spencer. Great show in progress. Thank you very much, sis. But without further ado, this show coming like Wakanda, because we have this show coming like the Black Panther again. We have, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you on The Fight Is Right, the American, because it's all about the US of A today, current, undisputed, super middleweight world champion, Miss or Mrs. I don't know. She's going to clarify that for us. Miss Franchon Shoes in the dark right now. I don't know what's going on. But we can't see you properly. But
yeah,
let me just introduce you,
hey,
the one and only, but just whacking up girls for fun.
You are.
You can't see that pretty face and that big smile.
Listen, right now is Sunday, so it's recovery day. I'm here with my wellness therapist getting a tie stretch. I know you guys can't see, but
Okay.
yeah, trying to keep these lean mean muscles in top shape.
Come on. Spence?
Miss Cruz, what's it like? You listen. Number one is this. I heard you sing the national anthem the other day at some game.
Yes, at an NBA game.
Where you been hiding that talent? Because I didn't know you could sing.
Well, actually, singing was my first love, and the whole reason I got into boxing. So I was on American Idol years ago. So I've always known how to sing, love to sing, write
Wow.
songs, but boxing was my the thing that catapulted me into like being famous.
You know, like I mean, your first pro fight, because like, Tony, remember she was at the Crucial Shields Savannah Marshall fight.
Yeah,
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 I mean, looking
yeah.
fly, fresh, and flashy with a darkers on, and you know what I mean, and she had like on a bad boy. I think it was a leather jacket on, right, sis? I'm sure.
No, I had a crop customized blazer and velvet mini skirt with a sequin orange top that I
I
always.
knew some level was going on. I know that bit. And I was looking around, and it was like when you were there, because it's like I've seen you fight a couple of times. I didn't even realize that was you. I'm saying, who's this American? I thought you was like Crucial, because like how you and Crucial, even though you fought each other, like
Yeah.
I really appreciate the love that both of you show each other.
Well, I mean, she had to go through me before she became who she was. Like I was the top dog. So I've
Yes.
always had respect for her. You know, in the beginning it was very territorial because I'm like, oh, this new girl coming, she taking my spot. But you know, as you grow and you see the great things she's done and the great things I'm continuing to do, it's like I'm very secure in myself. It's enough room for everybody. And
Yes.
you know, even from the amateurs into the pros, like she still needed me to create that moment when we went professional that really set the
Mhm.
standard for women's boxing and boxing period because nobody is going, you know, turning pro against another Olympic level athlete
No
in
way.
the first fight, you know. And I mean, seeing how women of color are treated in the media and just treated, period, they always want us to be divided. But we have examples like Venus and Serena, how they support each other regardless. They competed fiercely against each other, but they supported each other even more. And I mean, she's undisputed, and now I'm undisputed. So what I gotta be mad for? I'm gonna support my good sis in this fight.
I love that.
It's an excellent, excellent,
Can I
excellent.
say something too as well?
Come on.
I heard that you designed the USA team outfits for, like, you know, the last the last Olympic team that I was on a team at around, I believe, like 2019 or something. I heard that you did the hoodies and the track pants. Is that true?
Well, it was one point where they asked for input, so I did give a little input, but you know, when they mentioned Clarissa, I've been able to work with her 4 times for 4 major fights when she first became undisputed. Like I've worked with her on a lot of her big fights, even the last one in the UK.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Thank
This
you.
is support, and you know, as you said, Fanshan, you know, there's enough for everyone, and I think a lot of boxers should be listening to what you're saying and how, you know, listen, when we get in there, it's all on the line, everyone's doing what they're doing, but when you step out of the ring, it's about support. And listen, you're undisputed, she's undisputed, so the two of you have definitely done something right.
I mean, yeah, I mean, look at it. He's fought nothing but the top of the top when it comes to boxing. Like if they were a champion, she went after them. I know that I was special before she came and after she's here. I created my own lane. So just name one opponent she's had that went from a B side to an A side to undisputed. You know what I'm saying? So I know how I'm built and I know how I'm built. And you know, I don't like everybody. Everybody doesn't like me. But
Come on.
what her and I always gonna have is respect because just like we've been asked before, if we were to fight, we definitely gonna pop our shit, and we definitely gonna train super hard to kick each other's butts. but at the end of the day, we respect each other.
I like that. I like that.
I
So
like
for your future, sis, like, what are the fights that you would really relish right now at this present moment in time?
Oh man, I'm trying to come over there with you guys. I want to crack at Savannah Marshall again, and her sidekick April Hunter can get that work too.
Come on.
But yes, Savannah Marshall, she's an Olympian. She's been in the game for a good while too, and she put up a pretty good fight against Clarissa. I want who they think is the best. Um,
Mm.
her, I would love to face Christina Hammer because she's a former world champion. I actually have Hannah Gabriels on my radar for 2023 too, because you got to look at it. Even from Savannah Marshall to all the women that I named, they skipped 168. I've been a world champion since 2019.
Wow.
So they all danced around me. And I understand they want money fights or whatever, but now I'm the big dog and I'm ready to eat.
They gotta come see you because you got
Yeah.
all the belts.
Yeah.
So,
This is
Franchon, who do you base your style on? Because like you've got a no nonsense style, you know.
Well, I could do typical amateur style because I was elite Team USA member, for over 12 years. I've competed internationally. I'm a two-time world medalist. So some of the same competitions you mentioned, the Katie Taylors, the Savannahs, the Clarissas, I was there medaling as well. As far as my style, I can do technical, but I'm like the Mary J. Blige of boxing.
come.
And if you, and
Yeah.
she isn't a Celine Dion, she isn't a Whitney Houston, but she could stand in there with them and sing in her own way. Like I'm passionate, I'm a performer. So what you see is a lot of you see me express myself, and you see how bad I really want it. You see how I'm going to do what I have to do to get it, whether it's pretty or ugly. So I think it's like it's orchestrated chaos. That's what I would say. But
Lando, I'll ask you a question. What's your take on the whole female and the rise of women's boxing today? Like, what's your take on it? And are you managing any female fighters?
well, for me,
No, Lando.
That's for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as of right now, I am not managing any female fighters. I do have female fighters in my amateur stable. I believe that it's about time that women are being recognized, and paid, a whole
yeah,
lot better than we're being paid 10 years ago. I mean, they work us hard, they train us hard, they fight us hard. I always had a problem with the way, I was hearing of champions defending their titles for $10,000, and amount of money like that, which is crazy. I think this is because of champions like we have today. We have younger fighters, female fighters, have the opportunity now to get into boxing and make a real living. Support their families and make a real living. Again, 10 years ago, it wasn't really that much of a something to look up to for female fighters because there was no money in the game. Now there's money in the game, and again, this has a lot to do with the current champions. Now we've seen female fighters on TV. Years ago, we had female fighters defending the titles on the undercards on a
Yes.
non-televised part, and you'll have guys debuting and being live on TV, and you'll have to actually read the papers or go online and see who defended the titles. Again, finally they're getting paid accordingly. Most of them deserve actually more money than what they're getting right now. So I think they're finally getting the opportunity they need, and this is going to open a lot of doors for the younger female generation.
Franchon, what's your struggle been like thus far? And do you feel that you need to, Spencer, or Gary, take off these nasty.
Yeah, I see it as well.
We always get some people trying to sabotage. Block them, Gary.
oh, they
Yeah,
say
thank you very much. Yeah, Franchon, as I was saying, what's your journey been like thus far? And do you feel that you've had to do anything really to market yourself? Really, I love that name, the Mary J. Blige of boxing. We got to start pushing that because that sounds good. But what has your struggle been? Hello, Franchon? You there? Franchon?
I think she's on Nigerian Wi-Fi as well.
Why does it have to be Nigerian? Why you keep saying Nigerian?
Because you're Nigerian.
Why can't I be Jamaican? Why can't I be Jamaican? Don't, anyway, don't start.
Nigeria is Nigerian.
Franchon will get. She there, Franchon? I don't know. She says he's resting. Maybe the rest is. Anyway, let's carry on. You got her there, Gary? She there? She in, out? We're not too sure. Yeah. Oh, she's gone out. All right. I really want to hear more from this young man, ATIF, because it's your moment. It's all about the present. The smile is what's doing it for me. I love that the smile is electricity, and the smile is going to make you and your manager and your trader money. So just keep smiling. Because it's all about the money. But what's your take on this whole, I know as fighters, me as a trainer, even I'm still a fighter, I don't really like talking about other people, but you know, we're in a sport. And what's your whole take on this whole Crawford and Spence situation? And who do you feel, if they were to fight, because I personally think that fight ain't never going to happen, but if they were to fight, what would be your take? And who do you favor in that fight?
Oh, man, you put me in a tough position, man, because both of them guys are extremely talented fighters, man. And I think what it is definitely extremely great for the sport of boxing, so everybody can understand the importance of having the very best fight the very best. And that'll bring so much more fans back to boxing. A lot of people will bring their love back for boxing, and it's just all around. It'll be a great thing. I believe it can still happen. Me putting my intake on who will win the fight, I don't want to be biased. You know, Crawford, you know, I'm a fan of Crawford, and I respect Errol Spence too as a fighter, but I would like Crawford, you know. Crawford, the orthodox southpaw, very versatile, and the boxing IQ is there. You know? So,
Errol brings that pressure though.
Yeah, Errol brings
Coach Sharon, who would you have winning that fight? Terence Crawford, Errol Spence?
You know, my opinion for that fight has changed a few times simply well, first of all, I've always been very high on Errol Spence. And just flat out, I was like, he's gonna take it. Then we have the accident.
Yes.
So I said, well, I gotta see if any, you know, is there any lingering damage? You know, he got tossed out the car and all of that stuff. And he fought. He came back. He fought Danny Garcia. He looked good. And you know, before he fought, was it Usyk? No, Ugas. That's his name.
Ugas, yeah.
Before he fought him, you know, he had the detached retina. So I'm like, oh man, is what's going on with his body right now? So it gets me, you know, on the fence. I'm still leaning towards him though.
Yes.
And don't get me, I'm a Bud fan as well, but you know, I'm leaning towards Errol.
Yeah. Having spent time with Errol myself in the gym, I know he's about, like yourself, Coach. It was changing because all these car, and the brother was in a car crash again the other day. I'm
yes.
What's going on with you, man? You just got this is where you need to be a Nigerian and have a driver. At this stage of the game, you need a driver to take you everywhere. You don't be driving, crashing Rolls Royces, Porsches, Mercedes. So something ain't right there. So
I won't crash it.
You sure?
Unfortunately, it was a 14-year-old kid. Unfortunately, it was a 14-year-old kid who stole his parents' car.
So they say, but I ain't seen no 14-year-old kid yet.
Okay, so they say. Okay.
I ain't seen this kid yet. This 14-year-old, I need to see receipts because I saw Errol saying it was a 14-year-old child.
Yeah,
but I ain't seen him. I ain't seen him yet.
I saw his car.
Okay. Franchon, I believe, is back with us, Gal.
Well done, she's back.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. My signal.
You got Jamaican Wi-Fi, not
Yeah,
Nigerian.
yeah. I take I'm still in Chick-fil-A Wi-Fi. You know they're not open on Sundays, so
Okay, the question I asked you before you left us was, what's your struggle been like, in women's boxing? Do you feel that you need to sell yourself in order to get that check more, or present yourself, or bring more of your character out today? As Lando was telling me that, women boxers are really not on par with the male boxers at present. So what's your struggle been like? Are you still looking for sponsors and what have you? And how's it going? How's it
oh
been?
yeah. Well, I'm always looking for sponsors, and I feel because I am so dynamic, it's different. Like I don't think there's been anybody like me in boxing, and people fear what they don't understand and hate what they can't conquer. So because
Mm,
I'm not so, I guess, textbook boxer like some of the other girls, so people kind of shun me, or they don't know how to take me, or may feel as though I don't take the sport as serious. When if you look at my resume rivals with some of the top male boxers, or even more so. And you don't become, you don't get in this position by not being consistent.
yes,
Uh,
undisputed. Come on.
I'm just talking, because a lot of, I know in the UK, you guys are high up on a lot of the Olympic level athletes, and their resumes help them a lot, their accolades. But if you hold my accolades, they're high too. So my struggle, even after I fought Clarissa, I was self-managed for about 90% of my career.
Wow.
Wow.
Self-managed. I also promoted my own, but I guess my first 3 fights. I don't have a lot of fights, but I was my own promoter. I negotiated myself in and out about 2 contracts. I also helped promote my husband. This is all on the muscle. And then all the while trying to build my brand as a heavy hitting diva. So my struggles are a lot different from a lot of other women. And when
Mm,
they try to come at me about what they think they deserve, a fight, things they think, I'm like, you need to educate yourself first, because you don't know how the business goes. And I know that if you're not bringing something to the table, promoters aren't going to look twice at you. If you don't have a name already, come from if you ain't like a Layla Ali, and much respect to her, she already had her foot in the door because of who her father was.
Mm-hmm.
And you got other women who, like Savannah, she's a solid assassin. She doesn't say much, but her whole country supports her. Whereas though in America, we as women, we don't get that much support from, our home country. So yeah, my struggle and still now is heavy, but I'm built for it, and I'm trusting the process, because it's no blueprint to what I'm doing.
mm. First of all, let me just run it back a little bit. Don't think everyone over here is big on the Olympics and the fighters. Because I don't know about no one else, but me and Spencer, we got our old two minds. And I think sometimes there could be this kind of, what's the word? This kind of view that over in the UK, we ain't looking at things how they are and objectively. So that we're looking at Olympians at that maybe
No,
one time.
no, no. I mean overall, not. I mean in general, because when I visited for the Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall fight, a lot of the people on the undercard were Olympians. And I watch
Yeah,
TV and I see how, not you guys, but the other media, how they're just so high. Even if the person's
That's
kind
true.
of trash, they still be pumping it up.
That's true.
So
That's absolutely
it's
true.
like it's like you're not coming in with a famous a sibling, or kid or something, or if you're not coming in with that Olympic thing, or you're not coming in just because you look good. I don't know.
Well, the
It's only
fact is,
one me.
yeah,
yeah,
but
that's what I
if
said.
you can fight, so because you can fight, you know what I mean, no, and you just keep on doing what you're doing, you keep on racking up those wins. You're undisputed in the full belt weight era, which is incredible, right? You got
Thank you.
right. No, see, because
Yeah.
you have to props it where it props it. I don't know, and you've done it in like a short amount of time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
right. So all you got to do is just keep on chucking along, because like if you keep on chipping away, you're gonna get to where you got to get to.
Yeah, I
Well,
truly, but I believe so, and I know so. That's what keeps me motivated.
no, but Franchan, where else is
Mhm.
there to get to? You're undisputed. You got all the marbles. There's no
No.
like you are. There's nothing. This is what I'm trying to say. That's, me. I'm like, it's like people will say something. I don't want to make it about me. It's about you. But the point is this: you hold the IBF, the WBA, the WBC, and the WBO. Sister, there's nowhere else to go. You got everything. All
Nah,
we want now
nah,
is the
no,
bag.
no.
We just want the bag.
I
We
gotta
just want
get
the
the
bag.
I gotta
We
get
don't.
the bag. I gotta get this respect. I gotta get this legacy. You know, my mentor is Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
So very, he could have stopped a long time ago. He was still winning world titles at 49, which I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
trying to do. But the fact is, I don't like, yes, I set the bar. I'm one of one, the first ever in history to do what I've done. But I'm not mentioning those conversations with the other girls. I'm not, when
Mm,
they say, like, they barely put me on a pound for pound list. And I
that's
fought
true.
in my short career, I fought world contenders, former world champions, I fought steroid cheats. And my first fight was with the 3-time undisputed champion, 12-time world champion.
And
And
Olympic
I
gold
had a
medalist
2-week
two
notice.
time.
Huh?
And two-time Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, and a 2-week notice. Like,
Mm,
people, I'm fighting for the money first because I've earned it. I'm fighting for legacy and I'm fighting for respect right now.
yeah,
I
and we
like.
want that money. So, but and I'm telling you, sis, anyone who comes on this show, great things happen to them. So, we're wishing you nothing but the best, continued success, and just keep doing what you're doing because cream always rises to the top.
Yes,
One
sir.
million
Cash,
percent.
cash rules everything around me. You heard?
Yeah. That's
Dollar
another
dollar bill, y'all.
Listen, next time,
cash.
look, next time, because my therapist, he's being so patient with me. Next time I come on, I will give y'all all the glam because if go check my IG page, I've been ripping and running these past
We checked
couple
it
days.
already, sis.
I'm
Whew.
looking at it. I'm
Yeah,
looking at it right now.
I was at a gala last night, so I'm just looking forward to a wonderful 2023. I had a lot of firsts this year. I had my first, well, making history undisputed. I had my first fashion showcase where I had models. I did a whole collection. The first time I sang at a professional sporting event. So 2023, I'm looking to fight Hannah Gabriels, get Savannah Marshall, Chris, one of the other girls on my top list, and just do it real big.
And
Mm.
sis, nobody doubts you that you're gonna do it big. And it's been an
Yeah.
absolute plum pleasing pleasure that you took time out. You know what I mean? Your busy regime to come jump on the show and show us some love. So
Oh,
peace.
Wait. Look at the sis. The sis is looking $20 million. The HH Diva.
what
Go check out her page. It's up.
is
It's
I,
yeah. Check
I
out
look
the
like
sister's page.
I'm giving Oliver Twist right now. So not what you
Oh,
want.
that's nothing.
But thank you,
All right, listen.
gentlemen. And I'll send so much love and I look forward to talking to you guys again.
Bless up, sis.
Definitely,
Thank you.
definitely.
Take
Thank you
Thanks,
care.
so
sir.
much for coming on. Thank you so much. And listen, it's just like it just keep rolling. We just keep rolling.
Tundi,
The
Tundi.
positive energy
Yeah, I know it
is
is for the NG. Tundi, before we do that, like I think we should like in closing with Atif and Lando
yes.
and Miss Baker because like they've been fantastic. They took their time out,
Yes.
jumped on the show. Yeah, I mean, on a Sunday they could be doing 101 things. I'm grateful for that because like anyone who comes, I'm telling you this, and Tundi's saying it, and we're not saying it to be boastful. I'm just letting you know this now. Like anyone who comes on the hair is a different kind of blessing, and like I just know I know you're gonna do things because from when George is harassing me and saying like this kid, I'm telling you, Spence, this kid's gonna do things. George knows boxing. All right, he really does know boxing. But even more so, like from watching you, and then when I told Tundi earlier, and Tundi's got his research as well. If we did, listen, bro, I'm gonna keep this thing 100. You see, my problem is I'm too truthful. I just tell you, if I look at you and say, look, don't waste my time with this kid. You, my friend, can fight. And you're gonna have to wake up very early to say anybody, like who's watched more boxing than me. You don't believe me? Ask my guy, Tundi Ajayi.
Yeah,
Anybody.
we hear that every week, Spence.
Shut up, Tony. Well, I'm telling you now, I thump at them shiny teeth, right? So I'm telling you now, Tony, you meant to say you ain't thumping at nothing. Come on, man, you're losing it, right?
Carry on.
Right? So I'm telling you now, all you got to do, my kid, is just keep on grinding in the way that you're doing. You got a good management team, you got a good promoter, you got a good trainer. That's very rare that you get all three of those things at once for yourself. Very rare. So you've got that. So all you got to do now is go and perform. And the way you're doing right now, you're performing. I'm looking forward to seeing your future, my friend.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank, finally, the master teacher, Mrs. Sharon Baker, the wonderful, listen to your coach. You know that book, 48 Laws of Power? There's a chapter that says never outshine the master. Sharon is your master. Just listen to the sister and you will go far. Secondly, the man that makes it happen, Mr. Lando Rosa. It has been an absolute pleasure talking to you, listening to your views, your opinions, your outlook on the boxing game. I wish you nothing but the best. Continue success. Keep doing what you're doing. Looking after my young warrior here. And finally, the Don of all Dons, the man with the shining teeth, the gold teeth, young Gargan. Yeah, the guy that's gonna light up things 2023 and beyond. The one and only ATIF. Brother, just keep doing what you're doing. Hard work don't lie. Dream it, believe it, become it. Ladies and gentlemen, to all three of you, thank you very much for joining us on the fight.
Before you go, Atif, what is your Instagram? Because Leah O just asked, thank you for the 449. She just asked, is Team Atif on social media? Can we find Atif, Sharon, or Lando? So can you just shout out your hashtags, please, for your Insta and those things so people can follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at NITF We Trust, like in God We Trust, like the dollar bill.
Okay.
You trust in me. NITF We Trust, INATIF We Trust on Instagram.
Thank you.
Sharon,
I'm Coach Sharon on Instagram. Just COACHSHARRON.
Good.
And Coach Sharon.
Mine's on Instagram is Lando_Rosa, which is LANDO_ROSA, or on the Pivot Boxing Academy in all social media. And I wanted to say, Atif is back in action January 20th on Showbox.
Come on, big up.
So I want everybody to tune in and see what we're talking about here.
Shout outs to the UK, man. Shout outs to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Love y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you very much, Lando.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And without further ado, because this thing doesn't stop.
It don't stop.
It don't stop, and we ain't gonna stop.
Because we can't, Ton. It's impossible.
Can't stop. Ladies and gentlemen, the master, the Don. Some people pretending that they're Don, but this is the real Don because his name is Don. The one, the only, Mr. Don Charles.
Good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Let me just do these little shout outs because money is not easy to come by at this time. So thank you, Carlos, for the 23.99 euros. He says, good evening, fellas. Hope you are all good. We've had great fights this year. We appreciate the warriors in the ring risking their health. Have a great show, everybody. Thank you very much. And 449, I can see it from Mr. Bobby Wright. Put that up there, please, Gal. He said, sorry, guy, missed the first hour. Hope everyone is well. We're all well, Bobby. Definitely go back on YouTube after and watch it. It's been good so far. Anyway, I think that's it in terms of the money. Oh, Damien Charles, I don't know if that's any relation, but he says, big up you, man, from Qatar. Just a World Cup party. Oh, big up you, man. World Cup party. Thank you guys so much for what you guys have done. Keep me going out here. The energy, really appreciate it. Dream it, believe it, become it. Thank you, Damon Charles, for the 899. Anyway, let us get cracking. Done.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right,
cool. We can even hear you talking to your missus who's trying to sort out the thing in the background. I mean?
That's
Certainly,
you know, Niger man. Do you not know?
I'm not very good. That's not
yeah.
my
You must have the
strength.
Nigerian. You must have
she
the
always sorts
Nigerian
me out.
Wi-Fi, not the Jamaican Wi-Fi.
She always sorts me out.
Yes, sir. Come on, how's it going, Don?
Yeah, all is good. All is good. I always say God is great.
Yes, the greatest.
And I didn't expect to see you tonight, Ayrton.
No, today. Well, actually, you know, I always give it 3 weeks. This one is a bit bigger because
Right.
you know yourself, Don. When you do this every single day, every single hour of your life, sometimes you need a bit of respite. Some people go out and have a drink. Some people go and smoke. Some people go out and, you know, socialize. I don't do none of that. I just live boxing. So for me, after a long week in the gym, this Sunday is really, really just my calm down time.
You
just
sure it's an escapism for you from the norm?
Yeah, it's an escapism.
And it's
for me.
still boxing related. So you're still
It's
in
still
it.
boxing related. It's still talking about the sport I love. The focus will never leave me, never has left me. And I feel that, as I said to Spence, if we do the Christmas one, that will definitely be it for me. The New Year. But it's all steams ahead. We're gonna bruck up this brother. sorry. Anyway, come on, Charles.
Yeah. Come on, Charles.
Yes.
Now, what was this?
I mean, what can I say? Obviously, Spence, we've been speaking basically in the last 3 months. I've been speaking daily, on a daily basis with Spencer, sometimes 3 times, 4 times a day. The man calls me when I'm trying to sleep. Guess what? To talk to me about what happened in 1958.
Nonsense.
What that particular fight had for breakfast, lunch, and tea.
I'm sorry, I can't help it, man.
I know. Listen, it's a blessing. And as old as I am, I'm a lot older than you, Spencer, but the knowledge, talking to you all the time, boxing topics, even at my age, I never felt stopped learning. And I don't know how you keep all those figures and dates in your head. It really does. It's mind-boggling.
I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm actually autistic, Don.
Which is a blessing. Is a blessing.
100%.
Autism is frowned upon but it shouldn't. It's a blessing. You have superpowers, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, apparently so.
It's how you use it. How you use it that counts.
So I'm trying. I'm really trying. But what I'm saying, Don, and I'm glad that you've come on the show because I want you to address. You've come under a lot of scrutiny, sir, and a lot of criticism, which we've spoken off air. And then Don said, "I'm coming on the show." You know, Don's the real Niger man.
Yeah.
I would like you to address the fact of there were many people who were saying that you should have pulled Derek out of that fight, right? I would like you to address the reasons why you didn't stop the fight.
Okay, where do I start? Basically, if you remember, Spencer, I refuse to do any, I don't do social media.
I know you don't.
I don't. So really and truly, it was my colleagues, my work colleagues and friends who were telling me, my goodness, you're coming under heavy cosh from criticism. I said, what about? Everybody's criticizing you because you should have pulled Derek Chisora out. You should. Every day I woke up. Remember, as a coach, okay, I'm licking my wounds of not winning. I'm bedridden because I take it really badly. Yeah, when we lose, I'm bedridden. We failed in our quest to make history. We failed in our quest to change our lives. My life is good. Our life is good. But in terms of if we achieve what we aim to achieve, people don't realize it's not about lining my pocket. There's so many people's lives I want to affect. Yeah, with that success. Yeah, it doesn't just stop with myself and Derek and my immediate family. This help stretches all the way to Africa. Yeah. So when we fail to achieve what we set out to achieve, it's beyond people's negative criticisms because they have no life, these people. They have no life. They have nothing happening for them in their lives. So therefore, their whole life is based around criticizing other people who are trying to live their dreams. Do you understand me?
1 second. 1 second.
Sheneke.
The man himself, Mr. Ben Odom. And Don, you know, people don't come in your gym and start throwing around two 50-pound notes in the air that we must collect it. Mr. Ben Odom, thank you for the £100 donation. Wow. He says, beautiful show. Pleasure to see Don Charles, a trainer who cares.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ben Odom is a big Don. Trust me, bro.
Big Don.
Anyway, carry on, Don.
Anyway, going on. So I'm in my bed, bedridden, trying to psychologically repair myself because the show must go on. Yeah. So, but the criticism is so much that I've had different networks calling me to give them my reaction. They're all these critics, people, professional critics, right? They're trying to draw a reaction from myself, but all their critics, I've not read one line of criticism. I choose not to. I shy away from it. Okay?
Can I just say something?
For self-protection.
Yeah, can I say something? I'll be honest with you.
For self-protection, that's why I do it.
Can I say something?
As you know, no. I'm the type of man I am, not one of these people. I don't blame the casual fans because they don't know me personally, but the people who are in the industry, the boxing industry, is the ones this next sentence is going at too. I challenge any of you to come in front of me and sit down, or I actually asked Spencer to contact certain individuals to come on this show.
The fight is right.
In, and I'm prepared to put them out their misery verbally. I'm not threatening anybody. Yeah, verbally. Yeah, to explain to them. Not that I have to justify or explain to them, but nevertheless, being as they're taking it upon themselves to become an expert in what I do, what I've done for the last 20 years, every day of my life. I am a coach, as you know, Tunde, as you know, Spencer. We don't just do this and we live it. This is our life. Sure. Yeah. Right. So basically, any one of them, I challenge them. That challenge is still out there whilst this program is on. If they're there to tune in, I will explain to them why, to satisfy their curiosity, why I never pulled my guy out of the fight that just happened on the 3rd of December.
Well, first of all, is this though. I haven't heard not one thing. You know why? Because I don't listen.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on. And you have to protect your mindset.
Yeah.
And my advice to you as a brother, I wouldn't be inviting none of them. I don't want none of them around me. I don't want no one negative around me. I'm not explaining myself to no one. Because when all that matters is what you know within your own heart. This is how I've been able to navigate myself all these years. And why I only put out positivity, Don. When you align yourself with negativity, you become negative.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you don't need to explain yourself.
I know I don't need to.
Knows rule.
I know I don't need to, but the world that we live in, I felt is my duty and my obligation, being as they're so concerned, their curiosity. I just want to satisfy their curiosity. I'm able to explain, not that I have to. Being I've come under so much criticism, I want to. If this was in a court, if we're in court, they're finding me guilty without any trial.
Yeah? Why do Nigerians always talk about a court case?
so
it's because you always get busted for fraud.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not fraudulent. I'm not fraudulent by any means. No, seriously. Look at Spencer. Right, listen. Right. I am not a fraudulent. I'm not a fraud.
Go on, sorry, Spence.
Yeah. What was you gonna say, Spence?
No, it was done. I have to say this, guy. I spoke to Gareth A. Davis because Gareth A. Davis said something that he saw Derek Chisora kind of signal to the referee
Yeah.
to stop the fight,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I know, like, my dad suffered from glaucoma, but I got decent eyesight. I didn't see that. I want to see, like,
And
did you see that?
And I like to think that the trainer is the closer, the head trainer during a fight, during a sparring session in the gyms, yeah, and during a fight. I feel like apart from the referee and the opposition, in this case it was Tyson Fury, I believe I'm the next person in there who can see exactly. I can see as close as I can see Derek's eyes. It's my duty to focus. I see his eyes. His eyes tells me everything. You know why? Because when you spend time with somebody in the gym for the last 18 years, okay, you've rehearsed everything. You're in the gym daily. You get to know their characteristics. You get to know when they're in trouble, yeah, during a contest. Even in sparring, you've been there during this preparation, Spencer, in sparring. It's witness so many rounds. You grow this automatic thing with the fighter. You develop it. It's instinctive, yeah. The fighter relies on you, the coach, to make decisions. It's not the spoken. Yeah, it's not actually the spoken. It's the body language. It's certain things you see, certain reactions you see from them. You know what it means. So, fast forward to the fight of the the last 3rd of December at the Tottenham Stadium, which was packed. It was an electric atmosphere. Let's look at the positives as well. What we achieved, what Derek Chisora and Tyson Fury achieved. A fight that was condemned when it was announced by the general casual fans and the experts. They all said, oh, this is a fight of no significance. This fight shouldn't be happening. Everything they could say. But what it is, the fight surpassed what they had envisaged it. Because they're all negative people. They didn't want the fight to sell because of their negative energy. The fight sold at the stadium. Tottenham Stadium holds 63,000 capacity. I believe we reached that. God is great. The planet is great. The universe is great. Yeah. So when they now witness the fight against arguably the best heavyweight in the world at the moment, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, who has stopped, I believe definitely his last 3 opponents, they've all ended by way of stoppage. Yeah. No such thing happened to my boy Derek Chisora. We were getting clipped with shots. Too many for my liking. Okay, a lot of those shots that were being landed were partially blocked because their eyes, the critics and so-called experts, their eyes are not tuned to where they can see. Like I said, I know my fighter better than they do. And I know at any point, did I feel that I'm gonna stop this fight, I wouldn't have let my fighter go out for the 11th round. Having said all that, through my observations, I told Derek, if you guys take care to go and watch the fight again, I don't know if the microphone picked it up. I haven't even watched the fight back, right? I'm constantly saying from about round 7, I was asking my guy, making him believe, let's execute the game plan. Let's do X, Y, Z, and we're going to get success. We were in that fight. Tyson was boxing majestically. He was putting shots together magnificently. So you have to also acknowledge and admire that the opposition has a say in what we do and what we don't do during that fight. So you have to credit Tyson Fury. Yeah, I thought he fought well. I thought he boxed really, really well. He started to put combinations together on the front foot. Normally, he was a back foot fighter. Yeah, he was on his front foot putting shots, combinations together. Okay, right. Coming to what you alluded to earlier on, Gareth Davis, whom I respect as a journalist, I have in the past, but I'm really totally disappointed in what he believed to go to the degree of saying that he saw Derek Chisora signal to the referee. His words were, can you help me out here? Basically, can you stop this fight? Right? The fight that I was witnessing from where only a few yards from where I was witnessing, I never saw no such thing happen. Yeah. So to go to the degree, a journalist, an experienced one for that matter, to allude to that, I think that's deeper than the surface. That's what are you after? What are you trying to achieve here by saying that? Yeah. I would like the opportunity. I was hoping he'll come on this program tonight to explain to myself, I'm here. Okay. I don't have his numbers. I would have called him to ask him, because I want to learn. I really want to learn. Yeah. Okay. Where my fighter signaled to the referee, was it a hand gesture? Was it a nod of the head? What was it? Was it spoken? Was it verbal?
Help me out here, mate.
Yeah. No, seriously, because I need to know for future reference. Huh?
Come on, Governor.
I need to know for future reference that I'm hoping to be in big fights to come in the future. Right? God willing, I've done my career. I'm very happy with my career so far as a coach, and I'm aspiring to become better, more knowledgeable, and train more champions. So I'm in this for the long haul. So in cases like this, if Mr. Gareth David could take the point of pointing that to me when that did happen, I will only apologize. And not only will I apologize to Mr. Davis, I'll apologize to Derek Chisora, who was in the fight.
Yes. Carlos, thank you for the 23. Again, he says, at Don Charles, warriors like Chisora have an unbreakable spirit, a dying breed. Respect to him and you for standing by your fighter. General question, Don. At what point does a fighter need to be protected from himself? Before you answer that, Don, thank you, Joe Gardina, for the £4.49. Do you think Marshall made the right decision activating a rematch clause? We'll go on to that later. But let's go back to what Carlos has asked. General question, at what point does a fighter need to be protected from himself?
This is directed to me, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Right, basically, you've seen it over the years. We're not the first, we're not going to be the last. There comes a point where a fighter or the people around that fighter, his loved ones, his families, his coaching staff, team, yeah, will say to him, you know what, we think it's time you called it a day, yeah? Right, I'm not at liberty to disclose what's been spoken behind the scenes, yeah? But I know the conversations I've had with Derek in the past, yeah, and in recent times, he has told me personally and the team what his aspirations are, where and when he will call it time. That will be to him to say, and not for me to say. Okay. In terms of, thank you. In terms of the signs, there are also signs that you look for in a fighter. Yeah, Derek said it himself. You know, in his the fight prior to Tyson Fury, which was the Pulev fight. He said, I don't have many fights left in me, but I guarantee you that any fight I give you, I'm going to always give you my best. He said that. He said, I don't have many fights left in me. He did say that publicly at the O2. Yes. And he also said, but any of those fights remaining I'm going to have, I will always give it my best, always bring my best. Yeah. And I believe he brought his best on the 3rd of December, but our best was not good enough to dethrone Gypsy King Tyson Fury. So we have to credit Tyson. Yeah. Yes. Okay. But the pundits or the general fans, their disappointment was that Derek Chisora didn't get knocked out. God forbid, had we got knocked out, they say, well, we told you that Chisora shouldn't still be fighting. No such thing happened. Then the only thing they could not aim their negativity towards he should have been pulled out. And another question I actually asked a colleague of mine in my gym. Okay, even people who are close to you, you think they'll be, not because I want them to say what I want to hear. Yeah, even them fell into that trap of, you should have pulled him out. So one of the trainers in my gym said to me, you should have pulled him out. I said, okay, this trainer has not even, is a personal trainer who trains keep fit people. Yeah. So I said to him, I said, you know what? I tell you what, can you tell me, you're Don Charles on that evening of the 3rd of December in Tottenham White Hart Lane. At what point during that fight would you have said, pull Derek out if he was in my shoes? So there was a great big silence for about 10 seconds. I'm waiting for an answer. I said, I'll ask you again. At what point during that fight, you're in my shoes now, you're Don Charles, right? Would you have pulled Derek out and thrown the towel in? He said, well, I said, no, there is no well. You just telling me that I should have pulled him out. I'm asking you, at what point would he have pulled him out? He couldn't give me an answer. And I guarantee you, all these experts, from your Gareth Davis, the reason he's not a coach. So what would you pull him out? Round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Which one? At what round? Name me a round.
Well, done. A couple of points here. First of all, Leah O really, she must be reading my mind. But she says, people forget Don stopped the second Fury versus Chisora fight.
Yes, I did.
He is clearly not afraid to step in.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
and
not.
This is what I'm saying to you, Don. There are people out there that see you. Yeah, and I say this to Spence all the time when he starts talking about other people. I'm like, bro, I don't care about them, 1. And 2, Don, the reason why this guy who's questioning you is a keep fitter, and you remember, you, Don Charles, are in the 1% of the boxing fraternity that make it to this level.
1%.
I mean, I'm blessed. Yeah.
Come on, man.
We've worked for it. Yeah. So
what's going on?
We've worked. No, this is what comes with the territory. Yeah. When I say I'm ready for it, because if I'm not gonna crumble because of these no hopers. Yeah.
Right.
Who've got miserable lives. If their only contribution to humankind is to criticize people, I'm generalizing, and not just me. It's not like, oh, why is everyone criticizing? No. Okay. So, but like I said, that's an example, and that's someone from my own gym couldn't even answer me. Yeah, a simple question.
Before we continue, yeah. Sorry, Don. How many Southern Era champions have you trained?
You know what? The truth is, Spencer, call me arrogant, call me what is confidence. I've lost count of Southern areas.
Thank you. How many British champions?
5.
How many European champions?
At different weight categories.
Yeah. How many European champions?
We've won it 3 times, but we've only been awarded it twice. Different personnel.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've had 2 world title attempts.
At WBC, yes. The last one being 10 years ago against Vitaly Klitschko, right?
Yeah. So therefore,
let me stop.
No. I'm just dropping resumes.
Yeah. But also, something happened earlier on this evening where Argentina was playing France.
Yep.
Right. The last time Argentina won a World Cup, was it 86?
Yep, 86.
1986. They've been trying. The last time England won the World Cup was 1966. They've been trying ever since then to reach. That's in terms of levels we're talking about here. Yeah, the WBC, for those who don't know, is equivalent to that of winning a World Cup in football.
Absolutely.
Am I wrong? All right, tell me.
You're right.
So people can't even,
especially in the heavyweight division.
Yes, all right. It's equivalent to that. So what we've achieved, I've gone to the final. I'm not a loser. I don't have a loser's mentality. We went there in Germany. You were there present, Tunde. My brother Tunde came in Germany. We were there to dethrone Vitaly Klitschko, and we gave him the hardest fight. I think that fight retired Klitschko. Yeah. 10 years later, we were blessed to the few. Gypsy King gave Derek Chisora an opportunity to fight for that belt again. Yeah. Again, we tried everything. Hence why I called you in, Spencer, because I wanted to. Any gains. Yeah. I won't even start to tell the public what the role my brother here played for me, the things that I can't do for Derek. He was there day in, day out with Derek. Yeah. There's so many other names I could bring that I called upon this one to help me, not because to show me how to coach someone. No, there's so many factors that it takes to achieve what we're aiming to achieve. Yeah. And we came up short. But guess what? Something no one can take away from us is that experience. In my lifetime and Derek's lifetime and his family and his team and friends, it will always be written on such and such a day. Derek Chisora contested for that title. He didn't win it, but he contested for it. How many boxers in their career, like you said earlier, in 1% of the elite people, whether you're a coach or a fighter, are successful at it. And we fall in that bracket. How many human beings, whatever they do for a profession, fall in the bracket of at the level? It's about levels. So that's why I can forgive these people, because they don't really know. Yeah, boxing. May I add, boxing is the only professional sports that people can pick up whatever, a book, or pick up a pair of pads and call themselves a coach and have a voice. Yeah. Okay. Let me go and try and tell Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, yeah, okay, about what he should have done with his team in whatever the years that wouldn't be heard by them. Boxing is the only industry, because of social media. I'm not condemning it. People should have a say. Of course they should, but you should be qualified in that field before your opinion is validated and counts. If you're not in that field, if you haven't got any qualifications in that field, you're just a journalist. I'm afraid, go and carry on writing.
Dan, just listening to you for the last few minutes. Again, that's why I'm so happy. I don't hear them. Because when you just ran over some of your achievements here. Some achievements are still yet to come. Now, why would you, I, or anyone else with a positive mindset even talk about these brothers? Even I'm sitting there thinking, why are we even discussing these guys? Like, but this is
I only come on your show. I only come on the show.
Wait. Yeah.
I know Spence is under the cautious wall. People are even ringing up Spence to say, I don't agree with you, Spence. I know Don Charles is your friend. This is nothing to do with him being my friend. No.
You meant to say what you're saying now. Don't get me wrong. But as I said, listening to you and what you've achieved and how much work you've put in, and the fact that being in the 1%, you can get to a level and then 10 years later get to the level again. When you got 99.9% that never reached a level. So how foolish it is for us to even recognize these brothers.
Because these people have already premeditated assumptions that the criticism is not just, that's just on the surface. This is a premeditated mindset, yeah, which brings them to start spitting out their negativity. I'm not looking for praise, for people to praise me. I'm not even looking for them to, when I say you can criticize me, but I've got bad news for all of you critics out there. It falls on deaf ears, yeah? Yes, because if I listen to you guys, I wouldn't even be a coach in the first place.
Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $5. And he states on here, Andre Ward on USA broadcast was very vocal that the Chisora fight should have been stopped after 8. He doesn't want Chisora to be Meldrick Taylor. And for you little young kids out there, Meldrick Taylor was a man that famously fought Julio Cesar Chavez on the 17th of March 1990 for the Unified Junior Welterweight Championships, and he got stopped with 2 seconds to go in the 12th round. And then he went up in weight and won the WBA welterweight crown, but he kind of slid from then, and now he's suffering from brain damage.
Well, Spence, with all due respect to Andre Ward, because he's someone that I watch a lot, his fights. What don't you think? Do you think Don wants him to be a Meldrick Taylor? This is what I'm saying. When people say, "Oh, I don't want him to be that," stop lying. You're lying.
Yeah, they suddenly got this mercy for Derek Chisora, a guy who's been heavily criticized all his career. But according to them, Derek Chisora he should have retired. Do you know when they were calling for Derek's retirement? It's as far back as 5 years ago when he beat Carlos Takam.
Yes.
Yeah. That's from when they started saying he should retire. 5 years ago, he went on to beat Carlos Takam. He went on to give Usyk. I wasn't training him for that, but nevertheless, he went on to give the Usyk one of the hardest fights Usyk has had since becoming a heavyweight. Right? If that fight was deemed a draw, nobody would have shouted. If in some cases they could have awarded that win to Derek, nobody would complain because it was that type of fight. Yeah, this is a fight before he recently beat Pulev, who previously beat him 7 years prior, and he beat Pulev. They were calling for his retirement prior to that, and after that, I never heard nothing about oh, he should retire. Even people who are trained in, yeah, suddenly they really care for Derek. Like I don't care for Derek. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and justify, yeah, about the care and love I have for the guy who put me on the map. Yeah, so suddenly you care for him more than the guy. He put me on the map. I've always said that. Yeah, you know what? Do me a favor. Go and care and love your families. Yeah, well, leave the care of loving Derek to people who actually know him.
This is it, and I say this all the time. But for me, Don, you've done excellent. You continue to do excellent. I know that you've always got Derek's best intentions at heart. What I want everyone on The Fight Is Right to understand. Do you realize that we're talking about warriors? When you're looking at these boxers, they're warriors. They're not made out of cotton wool or puff puff. Nigerians, you know what Nigerians say? Puff puff.
Pounded yam, my dear friend. Pounded yam.
These brothers, sorry again, I'm going back into Peckham talk. These warriors, they wear their heart on their sleeve. You can't tell them nothing.
Let me, something just come into my head. It's gonna disappear. Now I'm getting old, right? Right. Let's not forget, right? Will Derek Chisora fight for that WBC again in his career? No, that was his last opportunity, yeah, to fight for that title. So yes. I'm watching my brother, I'm watching Derek in that ring. Like I said, I know this guy better than anyone as a trainer. Yes, we were taking shots, but not to the degree where he was out on his feet. It wasn't none of that, yeah? Every bell that rang, Derek Chisora raced out there and he was scoring with the jabs to the chest and to the stomach. Yeah, we were waiting for the second phase and third phase attacks, which never came. Right. So every 35 to 40 seconds of every round, beginning of every round, Derek Chisora was in that fight. Then Fury majestically will take over. That's how the fight was panning out in front of me. So I was giving my guy every opportunity. Yeah. To, as long as I haven't seen anything that will make me say, oh, no, don't like that, okay? The referee did come in the beginning of round 9 to say to us, guys, do something here or else I'm going to stop the fight. The referee did say that to us. I said, okay, referee, no problem. Give me another round. Then I shouted at there and said, look, do me a favor. You heard the referee. Give me something. Give us something. We still had that belief, yeah? We still had that belief that we had the game plan. We had the punch. Yeah, but that punch never came, unfortunately for us. Yeah, so if people must know, had my fighter come back at the end of round 10, which is when the fight was stopped by the referee, I don't believe I would have let him go out for round 11. I'd already made my mind up there that people would say, oh, you're just saying that. That's what was in my head, in my mind. If he comes back for round 10, I wasn't gonna let him go out for 11. The referee, because the referee haven't already spoke with us, we're in agreement with the referee. Absolutely no contesting. The referee it was a right call. That's what the referee is there to do. His observations that, you know what, I want Derek to get out of here on his feet. So did I. So I'm glad when the referee intervened that he intervened, because it was the right call. Yeah, we're working in cahoots. We're working in conjunction. But I will not stop that fight prematurely, because there's another set of criticism, yeah? People who are already saying it's a negative fight, that their two friends shouldn't be fighting, yeah? Then there's all the thing, oh, you know, the minute it got heated in there, they got pulled out. It was a whipping con. That's another thing that the fans, fickle fans, will be also saying. But my judgment was based purely on, unless my guy took a shot that took him out, a lot of those shots was partially blocked. A lot came through also. It's a fight. That's what the people who paid their money, that's what they've paid to see. Let's not disguise it. You have paid to come and see blood, right? You shouldn't be in that arena, or you shouldn't have tuned them on television. You've paid to see two men bash the hell out of each other, okay? Yeah. Then suddenly you're feeling sorry for one of them. Come on. Yeah? People get licked up, people get knocked out. But so hang on a sec. I know I'd rather finish that fight the way we finished it than get knocked out cold. There's more danger when you're knocked out cold. Do you understand? So, you know what? Like I said, I didn't even want to interact or speak to any critics and that, because I get to hear about them second or third hand.
Yes.
That's how much I don't pay attention to the social. Not because I'm ignorant. I don't post nothing. Do you see me posting anything leading up to the fight? The answer is capital N-O. Do you see me posting anything glorifying myself on Instagram? The answer is capital No. I'm not in it for that. My needs are different to the younger generation needs. My needs, like I said, stems from here to Africa. It doesn't stop here. So I'm not a social media man. I don't post nothing. Whether we succeed, I don't post. When we don't succeed, I don't post. So, you know, it's kind of, I'm in it for the long run. I got bad news for you guys. Yeah, for the people. I'm in it for the long run. And I'm aspiring to produce champions after champions. May God help me, aid me, give me strength, yeah, to do so. And I believe the way I feel, I'm even more determined than ever. Right?
Well,
And T, you've got something coming up on the, is it 23rd?
28th.
With 28th, with your fight, yeah, against Beterbiev, yeah? And, you know, again, then they're gonna know better than you. The experts are gonna write you off. You know what? We're of the same cloth anyway, so I don't have to worry about you and Anthony. I know what you're made of. I know what he's made of. Yeah, okay. You're gonna go there, and you don't have to prove no one wrong. Prove yourself right in your beliefs, basically. Go
Amen.
there and succeed, my brother. You have my blessings.
Amen.
You have God's blessings. You have the universe behind you. The universe is stronger than anything.
We're gonna brock up that, brother. I have to stay the truth. But anyway, Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $5, and that really leads on to what you were saying, Don. Is like Alexander Wilson. He said, "What does Don Charles have in store for the future, and are there any boxers we should keep an eye out on?"
He's got one Albanian cruiserweight.
Can you let him speak, please? Let him answer the thing.
I'm just saying this now. Shut up.
Yeah, because he's been in camp. Spencer's been in camp, so he's seen
shut up.
You keep what I'm cooking up.
You keep shush.
I can honestly say that everyone that I'm training, yeah, anyone that's under my thing, there's a reason why I'm training them, yeah. Remember, I don't get given any fighters from promoters, anything, yeah. Anyone I develop is purely came off through my own way of doing things. Fighters coming to me, yeah. People also, it's not widely acknowledged, but I don't claim him to be one of my, because I didn't train him to win the world title. There's a cruiserweight currently called Arsene Gulmerian. He's a WBA super champion cruiserweight. Yeah, I've been training him for the last 12 months. He hasn't fought for 3 years, partly due to COVID. He just went and defended his title against a mandatory challenger, Alexei Igorov. So my guy is a WBA super world champion in the cruiserweight division, Arsene Gulmerian. Go and check him out. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, and sorry, I have won 3 European titles because I'm very unassuming. A French kid I train, a very dangerous welterweight, Milan Pratt. He just won the European champion in the welterweight division. He's French. Again, I haven't even put these into my resume yet. What I've done. Yes. So in the same December, a few weeks ago, I trained a guy for the last 12 months who went to defend hold on to his cruiserweight world WBA champion. Yeah, he's formerly trained by Abel Sanchez, GGG's trainer. That's his previous trainer too. They headhunted me 12 months ago, and I've managed to help him to retain his title. That's still an achievement, a big achievement.
Excellent.
Okay,
Excellent. So
all these negative people keep being on a negative because you're only affecting yourself, not me. Right? Okay, I'm gonna give you. Listen. My mother, God rest her soul. Amen. I'm gonna give you the invisible stick. You're gonna hit your back with every day of your life, punishing yourself. That stick will only be removed when you start becoming positive about human in general. Okay, these people don't like themselves. They're miserable. They're failed. So therefore, their only input to life. Negative energy into the universe, but I will give you that stick. It's an invisible stick. Hold on to it. Keep caning yourself on the back every day. It's very painful.
You definitely sound Nigerian in that.
I am.
Anyway, wait there. Don't leave us yet. Carlos, thank you for the €5.99. He says, off-topic question for Charles. Don Charles, sir. Is it a miss that Chisora has never been able to fight AJ, considering his respectable career against British boxers?
What to fight?
So do
To
you
be
see
able to
it as
fight?
do you see it as a miss that he's never had the opportunity to fight?
No, it's just timing, isn't it? The time for their paths hasn't crossed to the degree where Derek is in the position. The only time Derek came close to maybe facing AJ is when, if you remember right, the fight we had with Dylan White, the second Chisora White fight, which the winner was going to go on to fight Joshua, and Dylan won.
Very close fight that was.
Very close fight. Dylan won, and then Dylan was offered AJ, and contractually it didn't work out. So Dylan end up didn't fight in AJ at that point. Had we won that fight, that was the only time in Derek Chisora's and Anthony Joshua's career that they could have met, and that hasn't happened, and it's not going to happen. Okay, because like I said, it's all timings. Yeah, I mean, they're both my boys in the sense I won't even go into that's another story to be told, another separate day regarding Anthony Joshua and myself. There's a lot it's called the untold. The untold will be told one day. So I'm going to continue living my life, living my dreams, trying to achieve, aspiring to be the best I can be in my chosen profession. Yeah. And yeah, I'm not an ignorant man, but I'm also a guy who, if I let all these negative energies around me, it stunts your growth, and I don't have time for it.
Sorry, Don. Listen, some of the brothers on there, as soon as they see a little pretty little thing on the screen, they're like, "Who's that girl? Who's that girl?
Which girl?" Oh,
thank you, Karma Serene.
All right. Sorry, there's things flashing up on the screen.
Thank you for Karma Serene for the $49.99.
Thank you
Happy
very much.
early birthday, Spence. And I wish someone give me $49.99 for my early birthday present.
No, thank you. My birthday is actually on Tuesday. And thank you so much, Karma. Thank you.
Who's that girl? John Khan. Let me just name and shame you. Who's that guy? Where's Karma been? I ain't seen Karma for a little while.
Yeah, but I don't mean, you know what I mean? But she just come back on there, man, and just post up the multi-picture. That man message. Like when Tundi used to watch Benny Hill when he was little.
That was like all that Benny Hill business, you know, you would be done brushing. Gary, talk to Spencer. He's talking that nonsense again. Anyway, done. As I say, it's been an incredible journey thus far, and it ends when you say it ends. No reporter, no journalist, no negative person has the right or is in any position to tell you when your story ends. And in my opinion, it's never going to end, because when you love something as much as you do, which is boxing, it's just the fabric of your makeup. It's inside of you. You don't, there's no start or finish time. Well, there's a start time, but there's no finish time. So just keep continuing to do what you know. I've always said this to you. It's just block out. I just don't see anything but positive and positivity, and that's the key. You know that being the 1% of trainers and fighters in Derek's position that ever make it to this position, your mindset has been the instrumental fact why you are in that position.
Absolutely.
And it's only others. It's only others who have never held on to their thoughts of success that can try to put you down. That's what they're doing.
100%.
If we had the machine right now, it would blow up.
Yeah. No, listen.
So just keep doing what you're doing. I've always respected you. I've always looked up to you. I've always shown you that love, and I know it's been reciprocated. And just keep doing what you're doing. Listen, this thing doesn't stop spinning. You know, there was Barry Hearn, Evolved, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Francis Warren, George Warren. It continues. It starts from one. You are the one. You are the foundation. Everything that moves forward from this point has been built on your shoulders.
100%.
That my friend, is something to be so proud of.
I
And,
am. I happen to be.
and yes,
And
and say it loud like a true Niger man.
I embrace it. I live it. I
Yes,
breathe
sir.
it. I
Yes.
believe it. I became
Yes.
it.
Come on. Come on.
You are it.
Yeah.
I want to say again to you, Don, like, just thanks for the opportunity to, you know what I mean, having me work with your trusted fighter. And I say that humbly aside. Thank you for that.
I thank you, Spencer.
I enjoyed like the 5 weeks like in camp, just doing everything. There's other things that we could speak about.
Absolutely.
Right, you know what I mean? But we're not. We'll wait for Derek to bust what he has to go talk about. But I'm like I'm saying, I'm just grateful because it was an amazing. You know, the nicest thing. I'll tell you the rules, yeah, Ton, and I'm glad that you're on it as well. We're driving to the stadium, right? And we got a private parking. We're driving in. I'm seeing Anthony Yarde and Baturbiev on the big screen.
You pointed it out. You said, "Look at that."
Yeah, I said, "Look at that." I see Anthony Yarde, Baturbiev on the big screen.
Massive, you know. This is the street entrance, isn't it, Spence?
Yeah, the street entrance. I said, "Don, look at that, Don."
Yeah.
And then Don called up. We looked at that. That's in the venue. Come up on a big screen. Then, as we're driving in,
amazing. A kid who had, if I remember, 12 amateur fights. Yeah, T. 12 amateur fights. Yeah. Your call. I think you got me. I did the first corner with you. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
At Wembley.
Yeah. Wembley,
Okay.
and the same place.
Yeah. And look at that from that to then you went to Russia. Yeah. Then now, like I said, I'm driving past the Tottenham Stadium with Spence on fight day. Big, you can't get larger than life images. Yeah.
Right outside, I'm seeing
Listen, man, I had goosebumps come to me. Because we're ready to go and face our quest to dethrone Fury, and that gave me encouragement. Like I looked at that, but that's my brother right there. That's my brother. Do you know what I'm saying? You're next. You guys are next.
You're next.
Yeah. You go and do it. That's your destiny. What you've been put to do. That's your destiny. Russia was a dress rehearsal, and the experience you've gotten from that experience would aid you, in your quest on the 28th, to get what's your destiny, what you've been put here, Come on.
And when we drive in, I'm seeing Derek Chisora, Tyson Fury everywhere, and I'm still the crowd of people.
Yeah.
When we're driving in, we're to wind down the window, then we're then like, there's bloody hell, there's knowledge, there's knowledge. And then they're screaming out, "Go, Derek Chisora."
Remember,
people outside, Ton.
Spence, remember, we pulled out our traffic lights, and we saw a mass of crowd. I goes to Spencer, Spence, these people are coming to see us here now. Right? Amazing. Can you know how, all these critics, they will never experience anything to being in that position in their lives ever. Yeah, and if they do, I'm not condemning them. If they manage whatever they choose to do with their lives to get to that level, only then will they start to understand while when their criticism, there's not one molecule in my body that reacts to it. Yeah, everything is made up of atoms and molecules. There's not one atom in my body that vibrates off the back of their negativity.
Your 37 trillion cells, not one iota even twitches at it.
Did we need to know it was 37 trillion?
Yes, we did.
We didn't need to know it was 37 trillion.
Yes, we did.
So, this is, people don't realize, they always think I'm going on the spiritualist man. Because of my age and because of my background, the way I've been raised in this world, you come to a certain age, you start to really see how the planet works, how the universe works. I've been enlightened. I see how it works clearly. I'm at peace with myself. Hence why I sound the way I sound sometimes. It sounds like what this old man talking about. Because of experiences. I haven't always been this wise. It's because over the years, through personal experience and general observations around the world, around all the accounts, things that happen, good or bad, you look at them, you start to examine and then draw your own conclusions, And I've happened to come to an age where I'm seeing everything clearly, how life really works. What is life? How does it work? And that's why I'm at peace. And that's why we got that in common. I'm sure you're there. Some people get there early. Some people never get there with that wisdom. Yeah.
Yes.
John, throw back up Mary Brixton because we missed him and we got to shout him out. Thank you for the $8.99. Mary London says,
Mayor
thank
of
you,
Bristol.
champ.
That's Mr. Khan. This
No,
is
Really?
no, you know why I keep on saying Mary London? Because he's bigger than Brixton.
This
right?
this is powerful. This is powerful. The mayor of London.
Right. Thank you, champs, for a beautiful year of free knowledge and love. Massive year coming for the team. World honors incoming 100. You know what I mean? Love emoji. Big up yourself. Thank you so much, Mary Brixton. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, I'm just grateful to be around all of you, man, here. And it's weird because, like, when people wishing happy birthday, and I'm going to be real, it's my first birthday. I got my mum with me. I'm going to be real. And
easy, Spence. Easy.
no. Hold up. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, it's the first birthday. I got my mum. And just to know, like, when people move on, God replaces them. So God has replaced me to have 2 pounded yam eating brothers to support me. God has blessed me with that. I'm so appreciative of you, man. I'm so appreciative of every single person that jumps on it, every single person that's helped me. Because I was just speaking and I was speaking and I was saying, I was speaking to my missus and I said, like, when my mom chipped out, I was in a dark place, bro. I was in a dark place. And like mental health is serious. It was horrible. You know what I mean? But I'm telling to everybody, don't stop. Just keep on doing your thing. There's certain times where I phone Tunde, I say, bro, just keep on going, you know? And he says, but you don't need to say that to me because I'm keep on going. But it's like when astute men of the game, like you, Don Charles, like you, Baba Tunde Ajayi, will phone me on advice, makes me realize the importance of who I am.
Yep.
You feel me?
Does.
So, like I'm saying, my last 6 months have been horrible. Big up Bobby Wright. Like, I can go through there's so many people. My brother Country Don, listen. I don't want to talk what I was going to talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying straight stands. Only because someone said happy birthday, it just dawned on me, right, you know what? It's the first birthday, and come my birthday's 5 days before Christmas, I ain't going to have my mum. Like, now usually, like when my dad chipped out, it's easy because you can depend on your mum. Now I said both my parents are gone. But this how it goes this is like, I'm grateful, yeah? I'm grateful. Before my mum chipped out, she said to me, son, Tundi said to his like, Mrs. Ferron, he sat down with my mum, I got the picture on my phone. He come with some big bottle of champagne. I don't know where Tundi TV from. So we had a service for my mum. We had a gathering, a dinner, Thanksgiving dinner for my mum. Like 2 weeks before she passed out, we said, right, we're going to give that to you. My sister's idea as well. She said, yeah, we're going to do this for mummy. And we had it. It was wicked, and the food was banging. And Tundi come there. He sat down. I got a picture on my phone. And Tundi said, Mama Farron, like Spencer's like really taking it bad. And she said to Tundi, what has he got to feel bad? I've seen my son do something with his life. What's he got to feel bad over? You know what I mean? But it's just these kind of things. Like, the only reason why I come to work with you, Don, is because you and Derek come to my mom's funeral.
Yeah, I second that. He said that to me.
Right. I phoned him. I said, what do you think? And then this is told it to me, boy, but that man come to your mom's funeral. I said, yeah. I said, they come to the funeral. He said, nah. They're told it, nah, that's serious, you know. And you know what told it, nah, that's serious, you know. You can see him. He was on the phone, but I could see him not doing, nah, that's serious, Spence. I said, you know what? I'm doing this, you know. Every day I leave from my house to go clean up.
Wouldn't even start to understand, yeah.
Every day, as I drop the kids from school and I'll park up my car on the train.
Yeah, I remember, and the journey's not straightforward, you know, from where you have to come from.
It's mad.
Yeah, so I acknowledge that and respect that. And Derek, not just me, obviously Derek.
Come on, Derek every day. I see Derek doing some big life now in Saudi, yeah, with Prince Khalid. Yeah, I mean,
he's back. He got back on Friday.
Yeah, I know, he got back yesterday.
He's back.
So I see Derek, he lived that big life. And so, I mean, like I said, I'm just thankful to all of you, man. I mean, nothing but love, nothing but positive energies. And Don, it's an honor having you on. to bust your piece, because I know the tabloids are going to use bits now. Watch, they're going to use Don Charles said on TalkSport. Watch tomorrow, they're going to use it.
All I say, I challenge that anyone. I'm not hiding from nobody. I'm a very proud African man. Come to me. I will verbally demonstrate to you. If you must know, if it gets physical, it gets physical. But I'm not here in any capacity. In any capacity, I can accommodate. Yeah, let's say it that way. In any capacity, I can accommodate, verbally or physically. Yeah.
Gareth A. Davis versus Don Charles.
Let's go, champ. Oh God.
Money.
Off the canvas, thank you for the 449. Big respect, Spence. Now, big respect to you, man. You've always been supporting the show, my friend. So big up yourself. Like, yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful to you, man. Trust me on that part.
Listen, I'm grateful to everything, to universe, what you guys do for me over the years. Spencer, how long? Tell the audience how long. I keep singing like a song. How long have I known you, Spence? What age were you when I first met you?
You've known me for 38 years.
There you go, champ.
Since I was a little kid. And
little kid in the amateur club in Bristol.
With a little flat top them times there.
Kid and play.
Yeah, doing the, he said, and what people don't realize, Don Charles is a wicked dancer.
Yeah, bro, come on, man. Don knows the thing.
Wicked on another level of dance with the Pasadena.
He's got the body belt on. Don's busting moves.
Yeah. Listen, let's not give away any of the things. Listen, remember, this thing is to continue. We are here to help the young people coming through who want to. I get so many positive messages, direct messages, people, young kids saying, how did you become a coach? And I'm always obviously, eventually what I would like to open is an academy, to help people, because how I got into it is not really the route you should get into. It's purely by accident, and to try and do it the way I did, it wouldn't be right to advise any young persons. So what my quest is to eventually set up an academy where to educate young people who want to, if they're not going to fight, they can become a coach, or if they've fought, I competed at a certain level like I did as an amateur, I never boxed pro, and then I'm self-taught as a coach. So I want to build up an academy where now, having found all the things I've found, also to protect them to do the right things, to look out for the pitfalls of the industry. This is something in the future. We need to, it's not something I can do alone, obviously, collectively. Spencer, yourself, Tunde, anyone who's of a positive person, human being, is welcome when this is set up. We'll have meetings and gatherings. And Spencer, remember offline the other day, remember what I suggested? I said, let's do a panel, let's do an audience where invite all these personnel who have an opinion. I'm not saying people shouldn't have opinions. Of course they should when it's valid. But why don't we expand it? You got your program right here, which is real. It's probably the most real podcast that's out there, where you're allowed to be yourself. Yes. So why don't we expand it in the future, where we do actually maybe once a month, once every 6 weeks, to do a live audience in a studio. We invite people, those people who want to have their voice heard, whether it's positive or negative. Let's have a live debate. Do your program like you're doing it. Let's go live with a Stamina for Sale thing. Let's go live with it.
And it makes absolute sense. Because I used to.
Let's do it, because people should be given the rights. We're living in a world where freedom of speech. I know people do it behind the keyboard, but why don't we do it like once every
but Don, month? Guess what? You know, these people, I always tell Spencer, people are on there teething out ideas.
No, it's okay. You can teeth ideas, but if you're not you, Spencer, or myself, it ain't going to work.
That is true. But
it's limited.
As I said, Spencer,
it's limited.
Maybe I'm teaching you something here.
Let's take it on the road.
No, maybe I'm teaching you. Wait, though. Maybe I'm teaching you something here. Spencer has a habit of talking about things before it actually happens.
Sure.
We were supposed to have Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns ended up watching the England game. He never came. Today we're supposed to have Cameron Chantel or Shamel Cameron.
And I replaced her for Crew.
But the point is I'm making.
You can't talk that rubbish.
Why is man know my date of birth on there? Anyway, Google. But anyway, what I'm saying is done. What you're saying is very powerful, and I feel we have more chance of it happening if we discuss this amongst ourselves.
Most definitely, but
then before the next time they hear, let me tell you something quickly. The greatness about this show and why I gave Spencer the name The Black Book is because we never used to advertise who was coming on. People would just come on, bam, Tarver, whoever, Shannon Briggs, Mike Tyson, whoever. And that was when Spencer started to call who's coming on, they never come on. So there's power in the silence. You see what I'm saying? There's power in the silence.
I hear that. But it's
I
definitely
think
something.
What you're saying is real powerful.
Nothing's gonna stop it. It will happen because it doesn't take much to activate it.
Spencer, Gary says Spencer's on his phone. Yeah, because we can. Spencer, he always reacts. He's a reactionist, but it's all good. But done again. It has been an absolute pleasure. I know you're feeling light now. I know you're feeling.
I'm good. Light. Listen,
I'm
good when you're at Tunde. When you're at peace with yourself. Nothing really can bother you. As long as you got health and your family got health.
Facts.
And nothing can really bother me. It's all words of negative people. Who cares?
Facts. I'm just laughing. Oh, man said my birthday's 10th of July. Then Overtime Malik said 10th of July 1940. Anyway, done.
Right.
Let us not leave you. We know you're a man of high integrity, a man that has always got a plan. It has been an absolute pleasure. Again, another exclusive, another scoop. You're a man that keeps his cards close to his chest, and that's why you're so powerful. Because everything is energy, and you don't just go out wasting your energy.
No.
Interviewed by this man and that man.
Man said Tundi definitely put January the 1st, 1990 in his passport when he left Nigeria.
Oh God, you are funny, man.
Oh, bro, this is what I was gonna say about the show. But anyway, done. Thank you.
Thank you to you for having me again.
Yeah,
Spencer. Let's speak, yeah.
And you know what? The beautiful thing is, this is what we all got to do. Support our brothers, boost them collectively. Because every day is not smooth. Some days, as you said at the beginning of the show, you're there struggling to get out of bed, and because it didn't go the way we planned it, but it's part of your journey and part of your story, and we're so thankful that you've shared it with us tonight, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, my brother. And also, I wish you here. I'm gonna do it, obviously, off the cameras. Your quest on the 28th. Yeah. May God be with you. May the planet, universe, the force be with you.
Sir.
Go and fulfill your destiny. Okay.
Big up, Don. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much. Bless.
Okay.
Excellent.
Good night and peace.
Good night. Love, Don.
The one and only Mr. Don.
And let me just say thank you so much to my brother Country. While Atif was on, my bridging Country just drove past the house and dropped Christmas present for my kids. You know what I mean? Dropped the presents. I said, "What, you coming in?" He said, "Nah, bro, I'm gone." So my son Amari just come downstairs. Look, he never forgets Kalila Nima. You know what I mean? Never forgets my oldest daughter. And he just come in, he dropped the presents. Like, Amari, you can put these underneath. My son's just around there. Like, look at him smiling because he see presents with his shiny teeth. So yeah, you can put these underneath the tree. You know what I mean?
Amari, if there ain't no money in the presents, just dash them back.
Now, let me tell you this. Country, every year, because let me tell you this. Country, just like his mom. His mom passed away a few years ago now. God rest his soul in paradise, Mrs. Chloe. And Country has just, him and his sister, they just take the same facets as how his mum was, because his mum would never forget a birthday, would never forget a Christmas, and like this, you know what I mean? That's why I'm the way that I am. You know what I mean? There is no divide in people. Good people are good people, especially when it came to people who were from the African diaspora. You weren't fooling me, because the love that I received from that brother's household as a youth growing up was ridiculous. So yeah, I put them underneath the tree. And yet we've done 2 hours and 10 minutes, Tundi.
Wow.
So I think this would be a perfect way to end the show.
It has been a good one. I'm not just going to end it like that. It has been a great one. And thank you for everyone that has joined us this evening. You know, I always like to just run through the people that have been with us. So big up Barry Cobbs, big up Met Kuta, big up Boxing Hub, the wonderful, the lovely Karma, Serene, Sammy Ali in the building, Mine, Mastery, Strategist, she's always with us, Al Kuya, Tartan 360, Off the Canvas, Boxing, Mr. Bless, Russell Linton, El Padrino, Ambu Everything, Overtime Malik, so much, Ozzy R. The list goes on and on, but suffice to say, Bob, big up, Bob. DL, thank you for the £2. I don't know if you said that. When's your birthday? Oh, yeah, that was answered. But thank you for the £2.
And also, Bob, big up Bobby Wright. Thank you for my presents for my kids, yeah? Because he dropped me some. Thank you as well.
Big up Russell Linton. Big up MK the Gooner. Kurt Campbell's with us, as always. ATR, Mr. Bless. Leah, lovely. Oh, come on. It's above. Gary, Chain, Hustle, Daily, Motion. The man's them. Come on. Listen, it's wonderful. It's beautiful. And we will end this show.
Oh, sorry, mate.
What are you doing, Spence?
Nah, his Figgy just rang me. Lennox just rang me. He's with Frank Bruno, but I'll just put the thing down on him.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, them old boys have to, bro, they come too late, man. The dance done. The dance, we're turning off the lights. The dance is finished. Carlos, Fifi, thank you for the money. Thank you for the euros. Take me back, Pirate Radio Archives. It has been a great show, as always. And we may be back live on Christmas Day. If not, I wish you all the best. You will not be seeing me now till February.
Yeah, for real, we won't be. And Christmas Day is good because you know Gary's going to be eating the turkey stuffing. I know Gary look like a turkey stuffing man, you know.
Yeah, so what? Oh, I see money.
Yeah. I know because you got them big glasses.
Wait. Money always come when we're knocking off. Which is a good thing, I guess. Let me just put up a comment. It's from our friend, Mr. G Chains, Gary Chains. Thank you for the $17.99. He says, great show. My bros, 28th of January. Get the strap and the new Merry Xmas, everyone. And on that note, let us end with the magical words. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Peace, 2 fingers. Thank you so much. Hopefully you get us next week, which will be Christmas Day. Peace, 2 fingers. We out.